Franchise.
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 Franchise sports.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Franchise Sports. I'm Carrie Knowles and joining us today is FAMU's new baseball coach, Coach Willie Brown. Thank you for joining us in the studio today.
Happy to be here.
Okay, Coach Brown, can you share with us here at Franchise and the fans at home where you're from?
Well, I'm from a little small town in Georgia, Edison, Georgia, but I feel like I've become a Tallahassean. I've been here since 1989, and Tallahassee has been home since 1989 when I was a freshman here at the university.
So what prompted you to return as a coach to your alma mater?
Well, FAMU has always been in my system. Coach Joe Durant coached me after Coach Robert Lucas left. And, I helped him. I was his graduate assistant for a couple of years. But I got an opportunity to become a head coach myself at Maclay School here in Tallahassee. And so I've been at Maclay teaching and coaching for the last 13 years, but FAMU's always been close to my heart. I've always come back and watched the Rattlers play. I've always come back and helped Coach Richardson and Coach Durant. Any time the players needed some help, some of them even came out to Maclay to hit and allow me to help them with their swings and whatever. So I've always been close to FAMU, never been far away at all. So when I heard that the job was going to become available, I definitely was very interested in it.
Wow, that's great that there was that camaraderie between the two schools. And how has it been transitioning from coaching a high school baseball team for so long and now coming to coach a college team?
It's night and day.
Okay.
It's been a tremendous change. In high school, my athletic director and my assistant coaches helped tremendously with a lot of the things that I did. The athletic director did 99.9% of the paperwork. But now that I'm the head coach, those things come through me. At FAMU, the scheduling, the contracts, those things start at my desk. So I'm finding that, it's a lot more work than I thought it was, but I'm enjoying it. I think the toughest part of this whole process will be doing things for the first time. Next year it'll be 10 times easier. And in years to come, I'll be able to do these things without even thinking about it. Okay,
that's awesome. In your own words, how would you describe your coaching style?
My coaching style, well, I think that my coaching style is a collection of every coach that's ever coached me. One of the things that I tell my players all the time, I lead, you follow. And what I mean by that is I'm going to lead by example, and I want them to follow my lead. I teach them what I want them to look like. I teach them how I want them to hit, how I want them to throw, and I want them to follow my lead. Sometimes I'll jump in the cage and hit with them just to show them that Coach Brown can still hit. And some of them are still impressed, that an old man can do this. I'll throw with them, I'll run with them. Right. I lead and I want them to follow me. I want them to try to outwork me. But from a baseball perspective, I want them to focus on the basics. See ball, hit ball, catch ball, throw ball, make outs. We're not going to sit back and wait on the home runs or the long balls. We're going to manufacture runs. We're going to play small ball. Good old-fashioned small ball is what I'd like to instill in our guys. Home runs happen, but base hits and moving guys over, those things you can control a whole lot more than, blasting a ball out of ballpark.
Okay, setting a really good foundation. That's what we all love to see. Now, what veteran players do you plan on helping you make it through this season?
I tell you what, one of the things, and I probably need to call Coach Richardson, who's a very good friend of mine. Brett was in my wedding and I was in his. Okay. So Coach Richardson and I are very good friends. And me replacing him, I want to definitely call him and thank him because he left some very good players. He recruited some very good kids. Heath Blackburn, David Duncan, Stephen Dollar, Adam Decker, Justin Abney, Corey Franklin, Jared Reed, Daniel Lee, all these guys are returning guys, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. They're great kids. Shea Barwick, I could keep going down the list of players that are returning that want to play, they want to win. And you know, they ask me for one thing, and that's to lead us. They want me to lead them, to show them how to do it, and I accept that challenge.
Now, Bethune has been a major powerhouse in the MEAC conference. How do you plan on ending that run?
Well, I tell you, from what I've seen over the years, we have competed with every team on our schedule for about 5 to 6 innings. But unfortunately, we play 9 innings. So I've got to help these boys get over that hump. I've got to help them learn how to play 9 innings of good baseball. I tell you, anyone that's ever watched FAMU's baseball program will know that we've competed for 5 to 6 innings, and then, you know, we just get tired, the starting pitchers come out and the wheels fall off. I'm going to try to do everything I can to keep those wheels from falling off.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, that's all the time that we have today. I want to thank you.
My pleasure.
For
Anytime.
coming in and sharing that all that wonderful information with us. For more on this interview, you can visit us online. Please tune in next week when we have FAMU's basketball coach in the studio with us. Once again, thank you so much,
My
Coach
pleasure.
Brown. And thank you for joining us today.